Podcast, the best African American podcast that is available.
I agree.
Under the Blaxcellence Network.
I concur.
No, I'm kidding. On Spotify, on TikTok, wherever you are, yes, we are the best. Why am I claiming that? Because if I claim it, then it comes into truth, right?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Fruition. Thank you. But we are here to talk about... Look, I ain't gonna hold y'all. We already talking about this off camera, and it was kind of a blast. But we are here for a very spicy topic.
Yeah. Hi, guys. Introduce yourself.
My name is TJ. I am the quote-unquote host of this show. But behind the sticks across the network, I have my main man, the light-skinned black man of the group.
Hey, I'll be sure.
Honorary.
Are you still talking about me?
Yes. you.
Oh, it's me. Hi, everybody. I'm Sammy Gonzalez, aka the Blaxcellence. Here's the thing. We sparred beforehand. So the preface,
We had opinions.
preface of the show. I want to give a little bit of insight before we introduce the rest of everybody. A lot of you messaged me saying like, and my sister of all people, my sister, an academic, was
Right.
like, so you gonna have like, are you gonna be talking about this? How are you gonna be talking about this? And I was like,
Best way we
how
can.
we talking about black women? And I was like, very carefully. And so we got some of our wiggles out from the initial. That way we keep it nice and fine. So we are.
Keep that same energy.
I'll set up a little bit more, but joining me on the right of me, we have.
Tommy, how are you? I got glasses on.
Sophisticated.
Intellectual.
Sophisticated, yeah.
He said for this topic, I gotta keep
I'm
my...
gonna take them off.
Gotta keep my...
Damn, this-
without 'em.
But last and certainly not least, only way we were able to do the Blaxcellence.
Cut that out. Let's get into it. Y'all already know who I am. Let's get into it. Come on, let's go.
It's Jordan! Yay!
Blaxcellence Podcast!
I'll actually start us off here. So I will preface this. There's a lot of layers to this subject, okay? And we know that everybody has a lot of different opinions and different instances, right? Even in here, there's a lot of different opinions. But ultimately, we're going to keep it as civil as we can, as educated as we can. These are all four educated, very well put together people. And we know that we're touching topic areas that are sensitive to some groups and dynamics. And so we did our best to make sure that we're navigating this in the most appropriate way possible. Even if our opinions don't align, that doesn't necessarily mean we're going against you. It just means that, hey, it's open up to a place of dialogue and understanding, because ultimately that's what's the most important thing to pull away from any conversation, that there's dialogue and understanding.
Very good dialogue, my man.
That said, I'm gonna get crunk today.
Let's get it.
I'm gonna say
get
inappropriate
with it.
things. No, I'm kidding. I'm
As
gonna
is
say
this one.
I'm gonna be playing fucking
Say the
referee.
Oh, no, you're not. You will be a heavy participant.
Right.
You were not playing
No
referee
shit.
before the show.
Right.
I am keeping.
You got the crunkest of all. Like it was you.
I am keeping the lights on
Okay.
here at the Blaxcellence to make sure nothing too spicy. Spicy's gonna be inevitable, but something too spicy. I'm bringing it back.
We are fire sauce on Taco Bell. Habanero pepper, Carolina Reaper spicy.
I am taking it from the brink.
Oh, no.
Anytime you guys are on the brink, I'm gonna grab the back of your belts and just be like, give no.
This can either be one of our funniest shows or
The most intense show.
I mean, hey, this is the last time we doing the Blaxcellence.
Get it out the way.
Hey, if this is Vegas, if this is all in. Let's go.
Bet on Black. Oh, that should be the subtitle of the show.
Yeah,
Bet
Bet
on
on
Black podcast. Bet on Black.
But
Shut up, Key. We're going Ghost Pepper tonight, baby.
yes, sir. But there's a lot of different angles to tackle this from. And like I want to say, just from the top, one last time, please, if you have, we want to have a conversation with you. So feel free to holler in the chat, wherever this posted, chime in.
But
Go ahead.
Can I also put a little disclaimer out? Yes, there will be opinions and all that good stuff. You will get a touch of every opinion here, so don't be.
Oh
afraid
yeah,
of that.
there is at least one you're gonna agree with.
And
Yeah.
the views expressed by the individuals of the Blaxcellence Podcast do not represent the Blaxcellence Podcast as a whole. LLC, we're not one, but we should have one. Probably help me out
No,
there.
we,
TJ. But we're talking about a fine detail: black men and women, in the context of Mr. Kevin Samuels and his untimely passing. Do not give him the military
Hey,
thing.
do you know old Danny Boy?
Oh, damn.
There you go.
The pipes are calling.
So to kick this off, as you had mentioned.
And can I bring up as well, and Key has it in the chat, that's right. Yeah. I'm interested to learn who this guy is. So for some preface too.
Right, it's a good way to start.
Everyone else kind of know. I feel like everyone in this group knows who Kevin Samuels is. I don't know who he is. I've never watched his videos. He passed away recently, and I saw a lot of Twitter stuff about his opinions. He's a YouTube guy, personality, life coach, things like that. And so I'm going to be watching some of his videos with that in context as best I can for the first time. Mm-hmm. A lot of you may know who he is and have wished death upon him. That was a big trending thing. Mm-hmm. So very controversial figure. And so we're going to talk about it. And I mean like controversial. What?
Like something that you put on the what they call them brochures.
Oh no!
Looks like he'd be on a church fan.
Yeah,
a little bit.
So TJ, I'm gonna let you go ahead and start this conversation off.
All right. So I'm actually gonna start from the precipice before we get into the weeds with Kevin Samuels. And it was something that I mentioned before the show as well. Yeah, I mean, no matter your opinion, I'm gonna rip off the Band-Aid. The first thing I don't agree with. The first thing I want to dive in on is the opinions on his death, actually, right? Because
Is that really the biggest thing?
No, it's not the biggest thing.
Okay.
It's the first thing. But it's the first thing.
Right.
Because before we dive into the weeds, because I just want to get out the way, right? Yeah. You know what? Kevin Samuels this week, if I'm not mistaken, it was this week. I know the news really updated the last 2 days, right?
Oh, yeah.
But essentially passed away from a heart attack. Mm-hmm. He was on a date. The person he was dating was a nurse. She managed to provide CPR, but then was mentioning on the phone, like, hey, you know what, try and survive for your daughter. But at the end of the day, wasn't able to make it. I mean, a lot of people had opinions on his death entirety, right? Mm-hmm. And I guess I'm just in the camp of, there are villains. I'm talking political villains.
Oh, I got one. Oh, yeah, I'll say it. Mitch McConnell. I'm going to celebrate when he dies.
Because to me, I'm like...
Hitler, but yeah.
He's close.
Because I know that some people are making comparisons to politicians and people who but to me, there's a difference in the layer, right? Mm-hmm. These are people who make overarching change.
Like they rule countries.
Who actually rule countries to make rules that naturally degrade towards you.
Right.
And towards certain groups and minorities, right?
Right.
Person with a rather consistently shitty opinion.
He has a YouTube channel.
Yeah, he's a YouTube channel. Yeah. There's family involved. And so for me, that was the most the part that makes me probably the most uncomfortable is the amount of people who were so pro his death, even going as far as to say it's karma.
Vivica Fox.
Right? And I'm like, look, I get it. Might not like the person, but at the end of the day, someone passed away. Family involved. Yeah. Daughter involved.
Somebody loved the dude.
Apparently, he was financially in trouble because his mother's asking him online for money to cover the funeral costs. Mm-hmm. So,
you never know what people are going through, but
never know what people.
Regardless of that, I can't condone the death aspect. No one deserves to die. Look, he died of a heart attack. It's natural causes. Sucks. Terrible. It happens. My father died at 55. It's just what happens.
Mm. The black people curse.
High cholesterol. But
he was fit too.
Doesn't matter. It just happens because it's life.
Right.
But the thing about it is, the man died. Someone loved him. Let it be that. No need to wish death on anybody. It's not karma. It's life.
Oh, we got FE Gamer 86 used half truths to reinforce sexist rhetoric that both men and women wanted to subscribe to. It was karma, though. So even then,
it's not karma.
It's fucking life. Get the fuck out of here. It's not karma, my guy.
Anyone could die. I could die. I could not make it home right now. Is it karma? No, I didn't do shit. Bad. It's life. It's what happens. It's what happens.
But
Fox, was that you?
I'm just saying. But the feelings are strong.
Feelings are strong.
Even now.
Look, man.
So that's how in the weeds we are with this person that I still haven't watched the video.
To me,
it's baffling, right?
Look, my general question specifically would be is, what is the actual issue that people have with him to actually wish him karma? What's the actual issue? And I'm not saying specifically in regards to, it's just the way he delivered the information. It may be one of the reasons why they don't like him, but I just want to hear a legitimate reason why anyone would wish this man karma. What was that he said?
To that extent, right? Yeah. Because to me, I'm like, look, if you are willing to go online, to me, people who are willing to go online and wish death upon somebody, not everybody, but a lot of people, that means that in your tweets and some in your outreach, you've probably said something wild enough to where I'm like,
that goes to show that overshadows his character by showcasing your character, how you are.
I'm like, look, I'm not saying you can't have a negative opinion towards someone.
Yeah.
You can literally say, you know what, fuck him. I don't really have any feelings on his death. But to wish death on someone, that's like, you could have apathy towards something.
Yeah.
But I'm just not someone, yes, I mean this truly, like, who's just like, yo,
I can't do that.
I want this person to be gone.
Really?
Unless they are able, and
as
yes,
well.
I know the rhetoric, but that's the internet. Like, I can go anywhere and get that sort of rhetoric. Like, if you look for it, if it's there and widespread, yes, he's popular, but there's way more popular people that spread way more detrimental things.
Let me tell you
and
something.
to me, I'm like, if you're a politician, if you're able to make that overarching establishment of negativity, that's when I'm starting to be like, I can understand that perspective.
Well,
a little bit, not ever, but.
Right. Well, also, this was 9 years ago. I highly doubt you probably hear half the comments in about this motherfucker. Like, we're in a whole different fucking place now to where people lack empathy. This beyond apathy. People wish death on people. A YouTuber. How many followers did he have?
No idea. I'll pull it up.
Like 1 million, I believe.
Yeah.
1.7 million. Okay. Tucker Carlson gets how many viewers a night? Joe Rogan has how many listeners all the time?
1.2 million on Instagram.
There you go.
I'm just like,
you know, the thing is,
Who are we referring to?
you don't. If you think this guy is the only person that had these feelings about people,
Oh.
you're sadly mistaken because
And you
he
can't-
had viewers for a reason. You know what I mean?
And if you want to wish death on people, right?
Then you're gonna be wishing death on a lot of people.
That's why I'm like, you
fuck
can't
ton of
just pick and
people.
choose.
Yeah, and if you want to wipe, if you want to
Hey, you know
Thanos
what?
some
Actually,
shit,
you know, that's what I'll say. Like,
Yeah.
fair enough. Hey, if you're that one person who goes up to everybody who does something wrong and wishes death upon them, well, then hey, you're
and look,
consistent.
and also, if I don't know if it's on me, whatever. But look, here's my thing. We need to separate these topics. Even with this guy, it's tiers to this shit. Okay,
There's tiers.
There are
Thank
tiers to this shit. We're at the death tier now. I just want to separate. Chapter 1, we're gonna Quentin Tarantino this bitch. Chapter 1, wishing death on people. Don't fucking do it unless you're just a heartless motherfucker.
In
Mitch
unison.
McConnell.
Well, he is a heartless. He hates dogs, so that
Right.
Don't be
like
him.
Mitch McConnell. That's really the only one that's consistently like, I fucking, like, he needs to go.
DT?
Huh?
DT?
Oh,
He does.
he's gonna do it to himself, which is even better than wishing it upon him, on death upon him.
Okay.
Like, he's gonna die of cholesterol
A
exploding.
lot of these motherfuckers are old anyway.
Right,
so
right. No, but particularly in terms of damage.
Okay.
Oh, like I said, not having seen a clip of his, this guy's not done Mitch McConnell damage. So I can at least say
that's
that.
true. That's my point.
Like, I guess
Right.
To me, this is just another dude.
Ted Cruz, no, he's just a dickhead, and Zimmerman,
actually.
he's pushing it. He like
That's an asshole.
our soul doesn't want to, but he's trying to kick himself into that realm. So,
But that's what I'm saying,
But,
right? Like,
yeah.
we so frivolously throw out something that's
Real
as
quick.
heavy as that.
I'm sorry, real quick. If karma is a thing, its pecking order is way the fuck off. But yeah, go ahead.
True. That's also it.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
because I am a person who's like, I want to put good energy into the world, but there is a pecking order, and Kevin
At
Samuels
this
was not
exact
on the pecking
moment
order.
in
I'm
time,
like,
at this moment in time, I don't know what the fuck is wrong with karma because its pecking order is
Karma's
Yeah.
racist then.
Little bit, huh?
Karma's a little racist.
Little bit, right?
karma likes fucking with heart disease. Like, apparently, karma and heart disease go hand in
Hand in hand.
Yeah, but go ahead.
But no, I just like I wanted to get that out the air because out of all the things that I think that was the most pulling out of this, I felt it was an area that we were all on the same page with, but also one that really and truly have we gotten to this day and age to where we got to go like. Even if, like I said, you could say, you know what, I hated his opinions when he was around.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he was providing a lot of value. And that's it. You don't need to carry it on into the world where you wish death, because death is not a light thing. There are people who are impacted, no matter the individual who passes away. There are people who are impacted.
Yes.
And that's important.
That's very important.
and if you've never, and you know, sometimes the people who say that probably haven't gone through it or experienced what it's like to have someone.
Or they've forgotten.
Or forgotten, right? Who'd have someone who's just ripped away.
Mm-hmm.
I'm playing it simple in the I'll put this on God straight up, like on fucking in the black community, straight up. There's people who share this man's opinions, who are very much on the back end in terms of how the way they think and the way they operate. That you would, and instead
probably hate more.
You probably hate more, and or it's your family member, and you're like, oh, that's just my uncle. That's just my
I was about to say, how many uncles is it Kevin Samuels? We black. Come on.
Come on. Like, I know.
And also, to backdoor off of what you said, anyone who's still talking shit about the man, let it go. Again, apathy. You can not give a flying fuck. That's fine. I don't. But the thing is, you don't got to keep talking shit because the only people that are affected now are the people who are left, which are his family, which did nothing. Didn't do a thing. Like, and also, I don't think any more opinions are going to come from him. Huh? Like, pretty much done, huh? So what the fuck? Let it go.
Everybody has their...
You can have your opinion about it. It's a good opinion if you disagree with what he said, because I absolutely do. But he ain't going to do it anymore. So why are you stressing yourself out about it?
You just say, cool, you know what? Didn't share his opinions. But at the very least, give some ups to a dad. Like, oh, sorry, somebody lost their dad. Uncle, I didn't agree with anything cousin, he said. Yeah, cool. Keep it moving. If you got somebody, like, because at the same note, right? You don't. I really feel like wishing death is for Hitler level people.
It's evil, man. And
it's for evil.
We live in such a fucking morally corrupt kind of society now because everyone's so dug in. Everyone's in their echo chambers. Everyone's either west or everyone's either east, and no one's budging. And it's a thing to where I've heard it a lot where people are like, oh, all the anti-vaxxers, all the QAnon people, they should just be wiped out or eliminated. I'm like, do you hear what the fuck you're saying right now? You could have said put on an island far away. But no, you went to the most extreme of extremes because human nature is a motherfucker, ain't it? And it can evolve in a society in which we are in now to where you are wishing death on people or happy someone is dead. Take a look at yourselves a little bit. Take a look at yourself to where you're at. Just a little is what I'm saying.
Because to me, that tells me that there's layers to that, right? There's depth that comes with that naturally. Right. But putting a pin in that aside, right? You know, as you had mentioned, right, we may have some feelings on his opinions, and we want to dive into a bit more of his opinions. So chapter 1 was the death.
Here we go.
Cool.
Next
All right,
topic.
we put that bucket. Right. Everybody positive, kumbaya on that. All right.
Right.
Bye. Right. All right. Cool.
That's where everybody agrees.
Sammy I never heard of.
That was a low bar, wasn't it? Death. Right.
That's all we agree on because from the rest of the show, we ain't agreeing on shit.
Okay. So if we're going into the context of what I saw, so this guy dies.
Right.
And I have like 3 friends that are on Black Twitter that like a bunch of stuff. So I get fragments of Black Twitter to my feed, and it's super helpful because that Black Twitter is just more fun. Let's just be honest.
He did his research.
Yeah, exactly. And so,
it's hilarious.
And there was one guy in particular, a fan of the show. I actually talked to him, Elijah Bell.
Yeah,
we talked about him in the health one. You love Elijah. He's got a great podcast.
He's trying to kill me with healthy food.
Trying to kill us with healthy food. Right. But he was liking a bunch of things about the situation, like laughing at people making fun of him wishing death. Elijah was very much in the camp of he doesn't like people wishing death upon people, like you were saying. Yeah. But
because no one should.
No one should.
Right.
But I was looking at what the people were saying and how they were saying it, and I was like, oh no, the type of people that are like defending this guy are the type of people that call women females. Which is like
that's a different thing.
But that's what I saw.
That's not a didn't we get into this before? No,
but that's what I saw. But that's the thing. So I said, well, that's kind of shitty. Don't call women females. Like that's the weird thing. What? I'm
gonna let that be. Yeah, go ahead.
You guys can do that, and
I don't call. My aunt calls women female. Like, stop it. Like, that's what I'm saying. It's a black. There's level. It's weird.
It's weird.
It's a nuanced thing.
Right, but I'm not black. So
my mom calls like she.
Save it. You got a lot of energy. You only have so much.
I'm like, I don't say it, but
I know.
No, but there's that's the thing. It's one of those things. But in my book is like, that's not a good look. In my book, I don't culturally removed.
It's an outside looking in.
It's an outside looking in, right? So I'm like, oh no. So I text the guy, I go, hey, Elijah, man, I don't know who this cat is, but you kind of look like a dickhead supporting all these people making fun of what I was seeing as these guys referring to women as fat or ugly or men as, one of the tweets was like, all this guy did was tell ugly and smelly men to take a shower and to dress nice, and all the fat women to have more reasonable expectations, and y'all want to wish death upon him. And I'm like,
I kind of support that first part.
Huh? Right.
I said I support that first part. Take a shower.
Yeah, take a shower.
Dress up everyone now and then.
Some of things was like, if he's telling
I came from kickball and I'm dying because I want to take a shower. I feel bad for Jordan.
But how did you feel more fresh?
With Manscaped. They saved me.
He legit had it in front of him.
He did.
But anyway,
I was like, I was like, at the very least, let me try and offshoot some of the edge. I was doing
we ain't even there yet.
I was doing some athletic shit. I was like, I knew I was sweating too. I dived for balls. I was like, pause. But I was like,
just gobbling them up with your hands.
Yeah.
Stop it.
All right. Well, but back to brass tacks. So yeah, I'm like, okay, whoever this guy is, very controversial, and even a guy I respect and like, who then explained that he was just doing it for the lulz, liking those tweets and stuff. Didn't always agree with them, but was just like, hey, don't wish death on people. Okay, I can get that. But I wanted to step gingerly. And so you guys told me to look up Kevin Samuels' Crazy Savage Moments. It's the first thing on Google.
Yeah.
You look up his name, it says Crazy Savage Moments. I guess this is a highlight, 15 minutes long. We're not going to watch all of it. This has 1.5 million views as of 2021 October. So this guy, even on channels that aren't his, buku numbers. So I'm just going to start in the beginning. For those of you who don't know him, we're going to go with some context, maybe minimal context. Let's take a look.
Issues with women or whatnot, so I'm like sharing my location with him just to make him feel comfortable. Is that weird?
Have you had any therapy?
Yes, I have in the past.
You need to go back.
Oh my gosh, really?
And you're already trying to make him feel comfortable 2 weeks into it.
Right.
That's too much proving to do. You're not his wife.
I'm just being nice and being like,
That's
hey,
not being.
like,
No, it's not. No,
like
it's not being nice.
these videos are
It's
gonna
being
make
a
our
people
argument even more.
pleaser. That's not normal.
Make the
That's
case
not
for us.
normal. You want to be nice? All right, let's go out a couple of times. I need you to give me $10,000. Be nice. Oh, be nice. I mean, come on, be nice. Be nice.
Okay, so that's pretty even keel.
Right.
She wants to share a location. He gives some feedback. Nothing too bad. Okay. You know what?
I
Okay.
even have an opinion about that.
Oh,
I even have an opinion about that.
go ahead.
Okay, so is he trying to help these people, or is he just doing it?
He's giving him advice.
No. Advice means you're trying to help someone, yes?
Yeah.
So whenever if you ask me for advice, I'm going to give it to you in a certain way because I know how you are. If you ask me for advice, I'm going to give it to you in a certain way because I know how you are. And you kind of gauge how people are real quickly. This girl is doing that, you know. If you're truly trying to help her, then you know, hey, maybe I need to, you know, put it to her maybe in a way that's positive, that's like, hey, look, probably not the best idea to do that. Like, you know, that's what you do when you're truly trying to help somebody. You come at them in a certain way.
Okay.
When you're not, then it's this.
So my rebuttal is, as of right now,
Right.
this is Springer-esque. You know, it's a little shock jockey,
Okay.
but there's ultimately a core there that you could take something away. So that one wasn't so bad. Let's try another one.
I give myself a solid 9.8.
Stop it, TJ. Damn it.
Look,
Right.
it's funny.
Right.
Okay, so then there's another.
Yeah, he doesn't answer.
She gave herself a 9.8 selfish look. Mean-spirited.
Just mean.
Mean-spirited.
Yeah.
Funny to some. I it's not my thing, but I can see the entertainment
The
value.
look was kind of funny.
The look, yeah, you know what? Take it out of context. She put, like you said, that's
She
one of the things
seemed
where
human by
she
it.
put it there.
She laughed at it, so
laughed
that's
at
why
it.
I was like, cool.
Like she had
She's
the
joking.
confidence. She wanted to see
Right.
if it could be shaken.
She wasn't
and it was
confident.
shaken because she was uncomfortable.
She wasn't
And
confident at all.
let's not keep it above 50. Like, you know, there's some people like myself included. Actually, I am a 10, but I mean, but some people be like, oh, I'm a X, I'm a Y, right? And you're like, stop it.
Well, no. Are we going to talk
Homies,
about that
I do boost
specifically?
though. Homies, I do.
I want to go through just more. Just
Go
My
through
homegirls,
just more.
homies, I boost.
We'll put a pin in that.
We'll put a pin in that one. But yeah.
Okay.
That one was a quick one.
I like the
just
boost.
read.
Pretty is
I
not
can
enough
reg-
for a lot of men because I'm pretty and I'm still single. So
What do you want?
I don't know. I really don't know what I want because these men, they don't know what they want. A lot of men don't know what they want in women.
And you said you're how old again?
33.
33. So regardless as to what men want, you don't know what you want?
I mean, I know what I want, but
And what is that? Guys, remember the first thing I said about ego? They're not willing to be honest.
to be honest with you, I ain't gonna lie, I don't know what I want in a man. Like, I've been screwed and fucked for so long, I don't know what I want in a man.
Just in this little bit of time of talking to you, it's been chaotic. I'm just asking you just the basic stuff about who you are and what you want. And the way you told the story is Yeah. You can't make this shit up, people.
Yeah, so and someone's in the chat. These clips are when he was being nice. He once said to a woman that a mother shouldn't trust her daughter, saying a stepdad was staring at her coming out the shower, things like that. I don't, like I said,
where are those?
This is
pretty basic shit.
Yeah, I was like, this only really validates. I was like,
validating the argument we had before.
Fine, all right, let's spice it up. Looking for a man, but I'm unemployed. That's what this one. All right, let's see what this one says.
So when's the last time you held a job?
Like a year ago, I was cashier.
Okay. And is there an injury or something?
Oops.
No.
So
I was fired for being late.
So you just lazy?
No, it was.
So you just tried.
I was late.
Nice fingernails.
Thank you.
Did you do those yourself?
No.
You went and got them done?
Mm-hmm.
Who paid for that?
I paid for them.
With what?
With the unemployment money.
Are you trolling me?
No, but Kevin, don't you think I have to look like something?
No, I think you need to grow up.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
If you were a man, they would call you a deadbeat. But the only reason you get away with this is because you got 2 kids and you get unemployment, so you're juking the state.
Mm-hmm.
Then you got the nerve to have these fingernails up like you got money to pay for them.
Jordan, a lot of people are going to be pissed off at you for laughing at that one. But like that one, Tommy, yeah, I know you have opinions.
Of course I have opinions.
TJ, that one's a little more on brand, is what I'm hearing.
Okay, well, we should have fast-forwarded to that.
So let's see, okay?
Are we still going? Or
I don't know. I mean, I can try to...
pause for that one.
Pause for that one? Okay, I'm going to see if there's any other catching titles. This one was shocking. I don't know about clickbait. So.
I think that one was okay. You can play it. We'll play that one.
We'll play one more. Just what he said.
Holy shit, that sounds bad.
You're making it sound bad. Yeah.
Actually, it's the truth.
This is the one I was mentioning.
You have a 3-year-old who's a cancer survivor, and you're about to go out and put her off on not your mother, but your mother's mother.
Oh, she's in her 80s right now. I mean, I'm happy you're actually talking to me about this because I would never know if this is not okay or not.
What is so goddamn important that you got to get out to drop a 3-year-old with an 80-year-old?
Honestly, nothing. I was honestly just trying to go out and I haven't been
blow off steam.
Yeah, I mean.
Okay, so as it stands right now, this is not the breadth of his content, not the best or the worst, but you're getting an idea of what it's about. It's a guy who got some sense, trying to give people who maybe don't have sense some advice on basic things that they're asking about, right? Mm-hmm. And the way he does it is with a stern father type hand, where he's going to give this advice unapologetically, harshly, all that stuff. So I get the shtick. It is, I can see it going down the Maury, Dr. Phil-ish type stuff, but done one-on-one individually with a guy dressed in a nice suit. So there's a different persona, there's a different element to it. Mind you, not seen more than what we just saw there, but that's where it's at. So if he gets worse, I could see it getting worse. If he says some nice, dudes wash your balls, because you need to brush your teeth regularly.
Fucking sense.
Common sense shit.
If you don't, you need to really just go to a mental institution or something. If you can't take care of yourself, if you can't have that common sense, you need this motherfucker to tell you to do that. That's what you should do.
Right.
Yeah.
So
go to the hospital.
Right. And,
see, that's
there we go. Here, let me see if I'll pull up the chat. But go ahead, TJ. There's somebody pulled in the clip.
Bring it up.
Send me some stuff in the chat. I'll pull it up.
You say the Maury point, right? These shows that capitalize on black people acting like fools and getting money for it on a consistent basis, and that's the issue. But that's not raised right now, right? Right. Because you got the black man who's doing it, which I'm not saying in a fancy suit,
right?
Who I may or may not agree with. Don't know my opinions yet. They're leaning towards one way. Or actually, I don't. Actually, I really don't. But you know what I mean? It's but ain't nobody got that problem. Whenever that shit was happening, I remember growing up, sitting there watching the shows where it's got niggas dancing. Not my kid celebrating after putting cheating and all the craziness on blast and capitalizing on that front. Where is this energy been? All this negativity towards these entertainment value level things that are, might not be your flavor, might not be my flavor. Some of that genuinely isn't. But at the end of the day, I'm like, when you bring up that point every time, I'm like, yeah, it's the same fucking shit, different platform.
But it's in-house. That's the reason why we're so tough on it. It's in-house. Yeah. It's our ethnicity. Yeah. It's our people that's doing this specifically that we're going to be tougher on them because we expect them to do better. Right. That's the reason why.
And so let's throw ahead this one from the audience. Race science to put down black women. So I want to have one up there.
So it's chapter 3 in it now?
No.
Because I wasn't done with the first one.
I want to have one.
No, this deserves a big fucking chunk because this is really what it's about.
Okay, well, I want to put it out there so we can build to it.
So you have one that's really bad.
Because I don't want to come back to the clips back and forth. Yeah. I want to be like, if it gets a reaction out of me, then we'll see what happens. This is from Twitter.
Face.
Fallacy. Beauty is not subjective. That's why we have the golden ratio, the Fibonacci equation. You can look at facial symmetry and see that beautiful people, you can map their facial structure and it goes to a mathematical calculation.
Oh yeah.
Beauty is universal. And the thing is, we're talking about black women, they are on the opposite end of the spectrum on all ranks.
Fuck.
Is that the end of the clip?
That's the end of the clip.
Okay.
Okay.
Fuck, man.
We'll circle back to that last one.
We'll circle back to that last one, but
this is the main one.
If that's the depth she goes to, my hot take, first shot, that's fucking dumb. And you shouldn't be listening to this dickhead in the first place. I get some of the other stuff, but there in that 30 seconds, there was so much wrong. Yeah, not only from a science perspective, but also from a societal history perspective. And I agree with Shadow Shogun X. Fucking yikes! And
that's a whole
Fat Gamer 86 is it gets worse. But yeah, Rakeen, that's hard to watch. So we'll leave it there. No more clips. But that I don't want to hear more. If you got more that are worse, throw them in the chat. I'll look at them, see what happens. But otherwise,
that's a better way to do it.
Let's proceed.
But who wants to kick this shit off?
Right?
Can I?
Yeah,
thank you so much.
Hey, you know what? I'm a gentleman.
I don't want to.
The antithesis of Kevin Samuels. There we go.
Yeah. So, does he have a science degree? Do you know his background? Does anyone know?
He's an engineer.
He's an engineer. Yeah.
So he built shit. So no psychological, sociological degrees in any way. What does he look like? Can you put his picture up for me, please?
There you go.
Is that the standard for someone who can judge beauty? Because the motherfucker looks like Mr. Peanut. R.I.P. He looks like Mr. Peanut. No one's bringing him back. I would have told him this alive, dead. I don't give a shit because it is what it is. I'm a very factual person. I'm a very matter-of-fact person. That's just what it is. This motherfucker's not even close to the standard of beauty. He looks like my uncle. He ain't got no pussy. So, with that said, he can't judge not a goddamn thing. Did he have a wife or a girlfriend?
He did have a wife.
I'm looking right now.
He had a child too.
Can we look them up, please?
I'm trying to find wiki biography.
I think he was married twice.
Married twice. Okay.
Yeah.
If you have that, and I'm not judging those women at all.
Not surprised with that one.
No.
I'm surprised someone would marry this motherfucker, honestly, but that's just the facts. He's not right. Scientifically, statistically, he's not right.
Mm-hmm. But you're saying that he's not right, but obviously someone thought he was right enough to hire him as an image consultant.
Here's the thing. Echo chambers. That's one thing, again, I have to bring that up. That's where we are now. Mm-hmm. We're in echo chambers. Mm-hmm. Is this motherfucker going to sway many people to his side? You think?
You got a 50-50 chance.
I don't think so.
University of Oklahoma graduate in chemical engineering.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Okay.
So.
Smart man.
Chemicals. Yeah.
Not dumb, but
smart enough to know how to get clicks also.
American YouTuber, image consultant, dating expert, life coach, and social media influencer.
How do you get those titles?
To me, I'm like, it's like.
To me, I think you just have to live life, right?
You just have to
I've lived life.
You have to do it for a long time.
Right.
Or just live, you know?
Just live.
And it's all opinion
But
based.
I think that also goes into a bigger point into his standard, right? He's coming from a different generation, different era where specifically we don't look at it the same way he does things.
But I know motherfuckers that are this age that don't look at it that way.
Some people do. I mean,
some people.
He's in his 50s. That's kind of the norm, for
right?
That.
In a way,
yeah, I'm like that's kind of the norm for that.
Good question.
One.
You got uncles, I know. Mm-hmm. You do too.
Yes.
You have uncles around this age?
Oh, yeah.
What do their spouses, their significant others usually look like? If you had to gauge,
I mean, black.
Well, I know that. But to this standard that he's saying, this perfect golden ratio standard.
I love my aunt, so
of course you do.
Beauty is an eye of the beholder.
That's the thing.
I get that point.
That's the thing.
But someone hired this man to be an image consultant to learn by that standard that they're trying to provide specifically. So we can't just say, "Oh well, he doesn't know what he's talking about."
Well, he doesn't. But he
obviously
doesn't.
somebody.
No.
Obviously someone trusts his opinion enough to say we're going to hire this man specifically. I'm just saying.
I can hire you to do that.
I get that.
That's what I'm saying.
I get that.
You know what I mean? I can hire him.
I get that.
Right.
I get that. But I'm just saying specifically, even though we may not agree.
But that doesn't make him.
I'm not saying he's right. I'm not saying
no. Not even.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that someone thinks this man is legitimate enough to say, I want to hire this man as an image consultant.
Well, that person is crazy.
Well, here's the thing.
That's the thing.
Well, but that's the thing about
because that person's opinion really is off. So it doesn't matter. Someone can hire me to do that shit. I'm nowhere near qualified
because
to do anything.
That's the thing about image consultants. A lot of people think that consultants are
there's no degree really.
Right.
For that shit.
Like there's a job, a linear job for it, or there's I do this job, this job, then I'm a consultant. No. I got consulted for social media. I got consulted for some editing.
Right.
I'm a dude. I don't know shit, really. Like I got a degree. I've taught myself editing. I taught myself podcasting, and I was consulted to do as such, right? So consultant is a broad term for the broad breadth of experiences.
Yes.
And this guy is a chemical engineer. Okay, so here's the thing: you were smart enough to get your degree, or at least know how to pass tests enough to get a degree, and you can tell he's Tommy. You just agree to disagree. Handsome guy, dresses well, charming. Yeah, well,
looks like Mr.
I don't think he's ugly.
No, I think
but charming, and there's an allure to him in the way he conducts himself.
It's the way he conducts himself. It's the way he speaks.
Yeah.
But you can, what they say, you can put lipstick on a hog or something like that. And, so I think you could put a lot of emphasis in your look and not have much behind it. And I think a lot of people take advantage of that. I think a lot of people can be in position to where they are put in a place of authority or as an authority, and they don't really have the chops to fulfill it compared to someone with a little more sense. So by you saying that people value his opinion, he could have marketed himself that way. Mm-hmm. He could have made himself look and appear as if he is the go-to guy for these types of things. Mm-hmm. And with 1.5 million followers, for people that may not have someone telling them to wash their balls, may not have someone say, hey, maybe you shouldn't leave your kids with your elderly grandmother.
Like, go somewhere else.
Right. But, but there is an allure to that, and he marketed on that allure, and I think that that's a skill, but his opinions and what he says and his influence, it's terrible. It doesn't match. So that's my opinion on that
It's all
portion.
aesthetic.
Time out. So before we even get to that worst clip that I wholeheartedly disagree with,
right?
What are your opinions on those first few?
The first few is... it's a gimmick that people...
Be honest.
I am. I think that the bit he does is, I'm an authority, and I am a man-male figure, right? Mm-hmm. I am what you can look to as an exemplary black man professional. You know what? I'm going to call back to a stupid podcast we did. Those Man of War... crazy people, the man cult, where they're doing workouts and stuff, where they all wore suits.
It's the same cult leader mentality.
Right. Well, they had shields and they wore ties and they all did brothers. They were brothers in arms and they thought they were the most manliest of men. And I think that he's the type of guy that wants to be that and put that image out there. That's the well he's dipping from. And what he wants to sell you is, I am the masculine man. Remember when men were men and women were women? And people want to latch on to that aesthetic, at least I know young men do, because if you are disenfranchised, if you are weak, if you're poor, if the circumstances of the United States say, oh, I don't have a good job, I don't have a woman, I don't have this and that, and you don't, let's just make a hypothetical. You don't have a woman because you're not educated or you didn't have access to education. And the women that you like are educated and prefer people who are educated. Or I didn't have the right job opportunities, so I wasn't able to flourish like I knew I could because the socioeconomic situation in my life didn't allow me to do that. Or I'm just a dummy and I didn't apply myself, things like that. You can look to him and potentially get the answer to, one, how do I fix myself? And two, why is the world wrong in ways I can't control? And I think that is super appealing, that there's someone there to fill in the gaps as to why things are wrong in your life and to have answers for them when there's so much more deeper issues going on. That's what I see with this guy. He's selling you some snake oil that cures all your ails.
My only discrepancy here is that from those initial clips, there's no way you could have pulled that out.
Right.
No.
That's what I'm saying.
He just looked like an asshole from those
No. I don't think it's
initially. Real quick, just to rebut that, TJ, and not to flaunt. I went to school for film and media studies. That's what
You're flaunting. No,
but if there's anything that I went to school for that was worth a damn, was being able to look into what's being presented to me. So I actually really, like I said, maybe I'm humble bragging, but I've watched fucking.
I have the same thing. So,
I've watched like cinema, like film, French foreign film, and had to look at something and go to the layer. And so when I see that, I see the layers because I've seen. I'll put it this way: I've seen crooks like him before. And he's selling a good bill of goods for people that want it.
I'm surprised he's not a preacher, because that's the mentality. That's what he has.
Osteen type.
The Joel Osteen types.
See, okay, so.
But wait,
I'll go last.
No, I'm just saying the same way that information was presented to you is the same way that these people are presenting information to him, right? These are women that are coming to the show and saying, well, I want a man with 6 figures, but I ain't got shit to offer. So now he's giving the advice to say, look, this is what you are needing to do in this case here to make yourself successful, right? Because these are the women that are presenting themselves on the show. This is why he's getting that type of audience in some ways specifically. That's the reason why. When they present that shit to him specifically, I just look and think, are there's really these type of people out there in the world that's like that?
So, okay, check it. That's my thing.
Yeah.
I put myself in the shoes of Kevin Samuel and be like, if someone told me that information, how would I respond?
Right.
And we go clip by clip. I'd probably be nicer on first homegirl who said, hey, I turned my location. I'm like, girl, you ain't got to be doing that. Like, you ain't got to prove nothing to nobody. Also, don't turn your location on for someone you ain't really dating. That's actually something.
Right, that's crazy.
That's
common sense.
Great stuff.
Common sense.
Lady
there you go. Thank you.
Lady who's looking for a man while unemployed.
You being unrealistic.
That's a lot for me because you know me and John. I'm like, yo, look, your priorities.
Bro, you don't even like yourself unemployed.
I don't like myself without a job. So I'm like, hey, look. I'll be like, oh, if your focus is dating while you don't have a job, then your priorities need to be straightened.
You got
But you know what? You know the way
dating.
you would say it. You would say it like maybe a motivational speaker would say it.
I mean, for that one, the unemployment one, I would probably be harsh. But yeah,
right.
You might be, but I don't think it would have been that.
No,
harsh.
not that.
Because at the end of the day, you're still trying to help that person. Right. I know you're coming from a good place. He was trying to help himself.
No, I mean, don't get it twisted. Like, I'm going to get into the layer of entertainment where I think that's the negativity that comes from it, right? Because, like what Jordan said, right? I think, and this is the delta that comes with everything because everything we saw were clip and technically out of context.
Minimal context.
Very minimal. And I'll paint it very, very simply. I do not agree with this dude in terms of the approach and the dynamic. Where the delta lies for me is that you have people who made the active choice to call into the show and knowing what to expect whenever you're getting a response from this person. Absolutely. And yes, this goes into the preacher mentality, right? Mm-hmm. Where I'm like, cool, you know what? There are people who are corrupt, like who have been listening to a person. Right. Corrupted by a certain individual and believe that is very truthful and very implicit knowledge that they have to have in their
standing on a
soapbox.
Right?
Right. In case it was not known, I am a religious person, so trust me, I can tell those signs from a mile away. Don't be buying snake oil and holy water from different individuals, right?
Especially ones with pinky rings.
The delta, the real delta here is that. At the very least, in the realm of a church. Yeah. When you go to church, go to this religious house, you know your expectation is that you're going to be getting a safety guard, a religious network, a safety net. Right? It's supposed to be a safe space, and those people are taking active advantage of you.
Exactly.
This is a platform in which he set up himself. In which case, you have every which way and right to believe and follow through with, whether or not. Like I can't tell someone that they can't call into the show. I can tell them that it's not probably the smart decision because it's probably something you ain't listened to.
You're a willing participant at this.
But you're a willing participant. Yeah. You're a willing participant.
Yeah. Right.
And where he and this is where I'll call him out. So I'm getting there. If people are like, you are really siding with this guy? No, not yet.
He's
but
not.
I'm like, I'm not. I'm saying no because you don't have the right to tell people that they can't call into something if they choose to, but you do. But also on the same note, they know what to expect whenever you call in and you present information.
It can't be exploitation if you're a willing participant.
But I wouldn't say that.
I wouldn't say
that's not true.
I wouldn't say it's not exploitative because where the issue is
right.
Look, they're calling in. And the whole network and titles that he has are where you go in for support and or help, right?
So it's false advertising.
You're going in for those values. And what I was being displayed was a roasting and or tear up of an opinion and or action that they made. Is that valuable? Not necessarily, not in the ways that it's presented. But the inverse is, and this is the tricky part that I have, are a lot of the times in those clips, it never felt like the person was twisted, if that makes sense, right? Like, it never felt as though, because they also knew what they were expecting when they called in. You had one lady who was there also like, I would have never thought about it unless you pointed it out that way. And granted, we're seeing this out of context. But even the girls before, they were laughing. Ultimately, even though it was a negative attribute, and I do feel as though he was taking advantage of a story in her passing, like the context that I was given, I'm like, you know what? They knew what they were getting. Seems like they kind of sort of understood some of those variables. Mm-hmm. That's where it gets messy.
Right.
That said, he knows his audience. He knows he can rip off people who don't have common sense, and he knows that he can really get content from these individuals and continually not manipulate, but continually mills from that audience.
No, me.
To pull those.
I haven't had my opinion on this yet.
Yeah, to pull those things out, and that's where it comes a problem.
Here's my thing. Okay, you're right about all that. The people who call in aren't the ones with the problems with him, because they're being exploited essentially.
In a way.
In a way, they are. And if they call in to this man, clearly they listen to him already. They're not the issue, really. They are, but they're not. It's what he says to those people that reflects on other people like those people. Say there is a mother who's on welfare. Yeah, I mean, she might want to get her nails done. Why the fuck not? She deserves something. She's raising two fucking goddamn kids. Life is fucking rough. Life is rough. I don't know if
Tommy, but in that context, what we were given were not that she was on them checks because she chose to.
Well, that's that one individual.
No, that's what I'm saying. Right. It's that one individual. But that's the biggest thing.
That people might think all
people can base their opinions off of something that was presented when the context that we're giving, when you're thinking about it and I'm thinking about it in your heart of hearts, when someone says they were fired because they showed up late, that's the context I'm giving.
Well, don't show up late.
Yeah, you don't show up late to your job, right? But at the end of the day, I'm not saying it's not a negative connotation and or opinion, but given the context that you're given, each one of these cases, it's like you have to go through with a fucking fine-tooth comb and understand some of the nuances because each one has a different context given. Had the same clip been given, and she didn't have that initial part, then that's totally detrimental variable because you're like, yeah, I understand. You know what? Some people go through struggle. I have no opinion. Like people can't need to function off of unemployment. I had a homie who was straight up like, I make more money off of unemployment than actually working at the jobs I was working off. And I'm like, why can't I tell you not? Fucking milk the government. Do what you gotta do. I was like, homie, do what you gotta do. Like I understand. So for her, like I'm not saying she's wrong in terms of like relying on unemployment. The context we're given is like, hey, you know what? This is the set. And whether people or not take that and say, okay, cool, she was on unemployment. That's the problem. No, it's like, no.
Probably more to this.
There's always more to the narrative.
But for someone to take that snippet and fucking run with it and just do such a disservice to the culture, I think. Because like I said, that's exploitation. At the end of that, I mean, did she really get helped?
No,
not really. No, but he got clicks.
Well, wait. I'm saying from the outside, she may not got help, but she's probably thinking to herself, "Yes, I got help because now I got a better understanding." It's subjective at this particular point.
But the part that bothers me about all of it, and even if people are quote unquote asking for it or going to this person, like you said, I think the idea is one, the people that are asking for the thing is not the problem, but the other part is that he is cultivating an internal culture by giving the answers and by giving the vibes and the using his fatherly type of persona as I can disregard and cultivate a culture within my group that certain people, types of people, should be looked down upon, should be frowned upon, and what I'm alluding to is going to that bigger clip, which is, oh, well, I'm gonna go ahead and put in, because I know the majority of my fan base probably is male, I can assume,
of course,
and say, well, if I can feed into that anti-woman, but let me say,
no,
right?
no, I'm just saying, I know it's probably male. But it's like a lot of women who call.
Women.
So I'm like, it's tricky. Like, I don't want to outcast anybody.
Right. Yeah, no,
that's my only thing.
Majority is what.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's say it's a 70-30 split. Okay. 60-40, right? Let's just say that, right?
Majority.
But you know that it's more lucrative to tap into young men who are feeling weak and they're feeling insecure. I would say bluntly, incel communities are easy to manipulate. And so by feeding into anti-women rhetoric, by saying, oh, you shouldn't get your nails done, you should be getting a job, that makes it real easy for a dipshit guy who's unsure of himself, who's not confident, who's wondering why women don't like him, to go, yeah, that bitch should get a job. It feeds into that. And it's a death by 1,000 lashes, I feel.
That's too strong.
That's too strong. Like, because I'm saying, no, because my thing is, like, when at any point was he, like, in those clips, was he positioning it from the male perspective in terms of, hey, it's your, like, it was, if anything, for two of those notes, one of them didn't even invite a fucking man. The other first one, he was like, you need to be doing this for yourself.
He is the man.
But what I'm saying is, for me, because you say it from the gauge of like a fatherly African-American figure, I just see a nigga giving opinions.
That's right.
But that's to you, a grown man with confidence. Right, you're not this market. You know who this guy is, right? But real quick,
hold up. Look, I'm co-signing. He's right. We don't know shit about it. It's not It's
not my demographic.
That's what I'm saying. Right. It's none of our demographics.
And you've never had that issue with confidence. Speak, and you've never had that issue with that. And those groups are vulnerable. And I say that because I'm gonna bring it up just because I can drop it. A motherfucker at my school shot a bunch of motherfuckers, 7 people, because he felt like women didn't like him, right? UC Santa Barbara, look it up. He shot motherfuckers, killed them, because he was like, women don't like me. Those types of people can be dangerous, and feeding into that, even by to agree with you, or rather to go against your opinion that he's not acting as that fatherly figure, where that dismissiveness is familiar of people who have issues with their fathers. And I can say that as a ethnic man, where it's like, my dad dismisses something, I latch onto it and be like, can I be better for him? Right? You get that drama, you get that trauma, right? Where it's like, oh, fuck, my dad's disappointed in me. How do and you overthink it and you get in that realm. And you're telling me that guys who don't have the opportunities, don't have the jobs, don't have the looks, or whatever, they don't have the confidence, truly is the problem, in themselves to get past it. I'm going to look to this guy. And so when he's being dismissive of women, he's being dismissive of jobless people, I'm going to latch onto that too. And that's not good.
See, I didn't feel like it was dismissive of jobless people. That's what
I'm saying. If I may say, I think that's an overreach. I think that's a true overreach. Specifically, if any man is looking at this saying, hey, I'm not confident enough, look to the women that are calling the show and say, I want a 6-figure man. I don't want a man that's jobless. I don't want a 9-to-5 man. They're going to think that was shit. I'm not good enough for this woman, so what the fuck am I? That's basically what is going on.
No, you're right. You're right.
Right.
So is he, though.
Because that's an overreach to me.
I know somebody like that. Him saying that sparked something immediately. I know somebody like that.
Right.
Who just, it seemed like life just, good brother, but life just fucked him up at every turn. And all he wanted was a good woman.
Right.
And he kind of got that to where.
But I'm not blaming Kevin Samuel for that.
I'm not either.
I have a problem with the women that are calling the show and saying this information.
Well,
and that's the type of women they're saying.
Oh, no,
that's
I understand
the type of men that they want.
But
right.
The thing is, you can't let that be the thing that drives you to liking a motherfucker like this, because his opinions are wrong. So they ain't right. But the thing is, if someone's co-signing what you're thinking, you go to them like that. That's why.
I don't necessarily think it's okay. I will agree with you that there are a lot of his opinions that I do not agree with.
Right.
But in the clips we were given,
those early ones that's not even.
No. There's one out of the 4 we saw that I said you are crazy. The other 3, I said, you're not phrasing this in the proper way, and you're not communicating this effectively.
I give you that. It's phrasing.
But the essence of it, you even said that these people are lacking common sense. Everybody in this room were like,
a lot of people are lacking common sense.
Yeah, like you're like, that's lacking some common sense. So don't sit here and tell me that you did. No. And like when people, because the thing is, we are so catered as a community, and I still agree that I'm a big person on presentation, communication. Right. You have to be able to. I know you know this. Like I am always talking about how you present to individuals is the way they're going to perceive and understand that information.
Right.
Therefore, if you come across harshly, it's never going to be absorbed in the same way as you trying to match the way that they can understand.
Then it's entertainment.
Semicolon, however, comma. My main delta here is that the moment that we all sat here and said, damn.
Right.
That's not a common sense statement, was the moment that you have to be like, damn it. That opinion, therefore, I understand what angle you're coming from. It's not necessarily the opinion. It is the actual presentation and communication and delivery of that information.
But that delivery of information seems to be geared towards a certain type.
And I'll throw
for it to have maximum effect is the thing. And I get what you're saying. But like it is though. You're not. I'm not. It is though, man. I know it. It is. It's motherfuckers that will listen to this and be like, all right, well, maybe he's right. I ain't got to really do much. They're the ones that are looking for too fucking much. If a woman wants a motherfucker that's a millionaire, that's what she wants.
And
it's just what she wants.
I want to throw it to the chat real quick because, Fed Gamer's in there. But folks aren't going to be nuanced when they're looking to have their views reinforced. Tommy is right, though, because folks will use shame tactics already presented to poor working class folks. But women can ask for a man to be wealthy, and they are not. Ironically, that is traditional gender roles, right? Rich man.
If you name your dream girl,
stuff, right?
You know what I mean? Like,
my dream girl has a job.
Right. Thank you.
Right.
That's the thing, though. Like,
my mother makes more money than I do. Well, to put in perspective, my mother makes more money than I do right now. I did her taxes this year. I know. Yeah. Let me tell you right now, what the first thing she sells me every single time is, Taylor, I want you a woman who doesn't have to work, but makes as much money as you. Mm-hmm. That is, she says, she wants the best. She reinforced some traditional gender
roles. She wants equality.
I'm calling you Taylor right now.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, no, because it's that serious. Guess what? You can want a woman that's a fucking millionaire.
I don't.
You can. So can you. Mm-hmm. So can I. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
I do. No, I'm kidding.
Does that mean, though, if a woman's out there saying, hey, like, no, if he wants that, that's too much. He's thinking too much. No, anyone who wants anything is not thinking too much. If that's what you want, that's what the fuck you want. And if you're not that, then you're just not that. Do you want this woman? Okay, be a millionaire. If there are plenty of women who accept you for what you are, what you have to offer emotionally.
I agree with you. I mean? I agree with you there. Shoot for the stars and get what you want. But if you're not getting it and you ask why, don't be surprised by the goddamn answer.
Well, that's that person.
You ask. If you're asking the why, that's my delta.
No.
They ask the why.
Look, that's that person who asked that question. What resonates from him answering that fucking question is every woman who wants something. Mm-hmm. Every woman who wants something is now that woman who fucking called in.
No, because women deserve to ask for whatever they want.
Stands for every woman who wants more. That's the fucking problem. And that's why I didn't like this motherfucker. Because his shit resonates through our fucking community. Mm-hmm. That bullshit. Black women work fucking hard, man. My mama worked hard. Yours worked hard. Yours worked hard. My grandma worked hard.
We get that part.
No, man, but it's like,
I'm saying,
have they not been through enough that they have to have a motherfucker like this reinforcing?
But we get that part that our mothers work hard specifically.
And everybody else's
I get that, man. But it's the women that call that show that give those black women that work hard a really bad name.
That's what
they're
I'm saying.
asking for 6 figures and don't do shit.
His show.
Right. Because
they're on his fucking show.
But they called his show.
Yeah, and
they know what he's giving.
That is a problem. I agree with you on that.
That's his show.
Because here's the delta. And
that's that common sense issue.
I guess I guess I'm like in between both of y'all right now because look, I'm gonna tell you straight up. Number one, look, it got, it's not fair, Tommy, because you hit that core point. You know how I feel.
I know.
About mamas.
I know.
About black women. That's not fair. Because you know how much I'm like, get what you need, get what you want. My mom has always said, my mom has said she don't need, like, my parents are divorced.
Right.
I know my dad's fine. Like, it's not like one of those situations.
Yeah.
Dad was a good dad, terrible husband.
It happens. It
happens.
Yeah.
All right, look, my mom, even to this day, is like, what's going to bring to the table? I make money. I'm like, cool. I need emotional support. I got children. I'm like, okay. I'm like, I need someone in your life so I don't have to call you every day. I can call you every other day. Right. That's what I need somebody in your life for. But I get it. Trust me, I get it from that perspective. And I also and I'm like sitting there and I'm like, yes. Like the perspective, there's so many black women have every instance against them.
Yeah.
In this society.
One of the most least married people.
They don't even they don't even get the respect deserved in normal context. You always got to pick the lighter skinned black woman to portray people in fucking films and media. Right. That shit is bullshit. Right. Because you know what? I come from a family that my mom is light skinned. My mom is lighter skinned than I am, but it's dark running through that road square. So trust me, I know those contexts and those commentaries, right? But in the same instance that I want to say, you know what? It's giving them a bad name is the same reason where I'm like, these women who are calling into the show have every right to call into the show if they want to. They have every right to get the opinions from who they want to, and they have every right to expect the answers that they expect from the person they're calling into these opinions for.
Agreed.
So I'm saying that in this context, in this realm, in this situation, with everything that I'm given, the women you're talking about, women that are hardworking, doing all the extraness.
There's no representation of them calling the show.
Where's the instances of them getting cut down too? But also, to me, they would be the first ones to be like, yes, these women are being manipulated and XYZ and we're calling to the show acting kind of crazy.
They might.
But I think that also goes into...
I'm just like, look, I have an opinion. I'm just like, these women have every right to call into the show, but they also gotta expect what they expect when they get those responses.
Oh, no.
And then I'm like, hey, you know what? To me, I'm like, I don't necessarily need a Negro telling women and cutting them down for any kind of reason. Right. But if a woman wants that, then she should have every right to. But then you also can't fuck around and get angry at the opinions if that's what they want. It's tough.
Well, no, see, that's the thing. You're focused on the one calling in. That's what
it's not just the one calling. Well, go ahead.
That it's him. Because he knows what he's doing. This is a fucking engineer. He knows what he's doing.
And that's the truth.
And that's the thing. We could have a fucking minstrel show. We could, if we felt like it. Couldn't we? White gloves and all, if we felt like it. But we wouldn't. Because why? Because we proud black people. We ain't going to do no shit like that, right?
Hell no.
No, we don't exploit any of our people, right? And I know every last one. We're not going to exploit any of our people. We know the issues within our fucking community. Are we exploiting that for entertainment value? No, we're not.
Hell no.
Is having a show called the Blaxcellence and the Maxcellence Podcast that?
No, that's pride, motherfucker.
I called someone Black Excellence today. Yeah.
I'm just making sure.
I don't know if she's going to watch this, but I remember, the first thing, I talk to my mom about this all the time. My boss is a black woman. Her colleague is a black woman. I say, the reason I signed up for my job is because these women, like she was in my interview. She gave me the real outlook. She's an amazing and I'm like, you know what? I'm learning from this lovely woman who I want. If I have daughters, I'm hoping they shoot for the stars.
That
like
little
this,
extra
right?
sauce.
Yeah.
And so you see that perspective because that's the track route we have, right? And I get it. This guy doing the foulness, having that entertainment value, it's tricky. And here's why it's so tricky, because I'm like, there's a reason why those people kept on calling back. And if they're it's tough, right? Because if they're pulling something from it, then I can't tell a woman like you wrong for calling in if you getting that kind of information that you need. Like it's subjective. Right. It's subjective at that point.
No.
And do I think? And the worst part is, yes, we're getting off the point of. At the start, I said, I don't agree with the nigga. I don't agree with the guy.
No,
I'm just saying from a people perspective. Yeah. At the same note, where I have my issue, where my main problem lies, are people like, these people call in, and they get cut down. And I'm like, yes. Because
people used to call Howard Stern to get that shit done.
You could call down. Yeah. You could go anywhere. You can call in if you want to. It's an active right. It's your choice to call in. Yeah. It's for entertainment for a certain variable of people.
Yeah.
It's tough to sit there and say that entire space is wrong, because then if the moment you point Kevin Samuel is wrong, you also have to point to the people and say they're wrong for calling in too, because they're feeding into all of that.
No. I'm not even going to do that. No, he's wrong. Flat out, he's wrong.
I'm not saying he's wrong. I'm saying he's wrong.
No, not for that. Not for the specific issue. That's the thing. Not for a specific issue. For this brand as a whole. For the whole fucking goddamn thing. No,
No, we gotta go to commercial
God
break.
damn it, dude.
I gotta pee real quick.
That's a good place to launch off out of.
Okay.
So hold that thought. We'll be right back after these commercial breaks. Sit tight. We got a lot of watchers here.
Time out.
Yeah.
Tommy pulled the black mom card. That's not fair.
No, God, don't pull it again, motherfucker. Stop it. Pull it again.
We'll be right back.
Black moms can't count.
We'll be right back after these messages. Thanks for sticking around. Hey, everybody, it's me, Sammy Gonzalez with The Mexcellence. Did you know that Manscaped.com provides sponsorship for The Mexcellence and many of its episodes? Pretty much all of them. So, if you're watching right now and you've ever loved The Mexcellence, have you bought from Manscaped.com? Because it directly supports us whenever you use coupon code MEX20 at Manscaped.com to get 20% off and free shipping off of all their items. Let's go ahead and pull it up real quick. I want to talk about the last set that they gave us, the Ultra Premium Collection. I have it here. I bring it out every time we do this ad because I got the chapstick here. It's getting hot out and my lips are getting quite dry. So I'm going to go ahead and hit them there and get it going because summertime heat is no joke. Here's the thing. All of us, and I mean all of us, came in here nasty and sweaty and tired. The reason why Tommy's not here is because he's getting a drink of water. The reason why I'm not switching over to that side of the camera is because people are tired and getting drinks of water is hot. I have this sweat rag at the ready because I was hot and sweating. But guess what? TJ came in fresh off of a kickball tournament that he did with his work, and he said, give me some of that Manscaped hydrating body spray. I want to freshen up. And good Lord, did it make him freshen up. Something like this. And when you have a chance to shower, you got the 2-in-1 shampoo and conditioner, and you got the body wash directly from Manscaped with their signature scent. I love it. We all love it here at The Mexcellence. And also, you got the deodorant as well. This will keep you so fresh and so clean, along with all the other things. And I want to go back real quick because we are talking about summer. The Performance Package 4.0. They gave us the Performance Package 4.0, and so I got the Crop Preserver, the Crop Reviver, that Crop Preserver, the anti-chafing ball deodorant. That stuff is definitely going to save your ass in the hot summer heat. If you're out here in Texas, it gets nice and muggy. This will keep you nice and lubricated, keep everything from jimbling and jambling all around there. So if you know that summer's coming right around the corner, if you know you live in a place that is going to get hot, get Manscaped.com and use coupon code MEX20 for 20% off and free shipping. That's right, free shipping anywhere in the U.S. And here's the thing. Every time you use the code, they let Manscaped know. And it lets the Mexcellence get renewed over and over and over again. And it allows us to do giveaways. It allows us to take care of these guys over here, getting free shirts and hats and all that good stuff. We also have a free giveaway coming soon because another person lived in another country, couldn't get a t-shirt to them. So the money that's being donated from that is going out to you, the people. And that money originally came from the fine folks at Manscaped. So the more you put into Manscaped, the more we're able to give back to you, the people. Thank you so much for supporting, as always. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, follow Manscaped, and go to Manscaped.com and use that coupon code MEX20 for 20% off and free shipping. Thanks for watching, folks. We'll be right back after these additional commercial messages or back to the show, depending on when you're watching this. I put this advertisement wherever I want because I just love Manscaped that much. I'll see you next time.
Start on me. Hey, if you're still here, we love you. And just so you know, it's again the opinions of the Blaxcellence but the opinions of the Mexcellence.
Also, we all hate each other.
Two separate entities.
We all hate each other very deeply. I want you guys to know that.
No,
this is all
we
personal.
don't.
This is all personal, and everything we're saying against each other is to hurt each other's feelings.
That's not how we operate.
The idea is that we're able to do that and come back and be friends. Hey, Key donated 69 bits.
Key, you cheap bastard, donate more.
You can afford 100 bits.
Yeah,
we
know how much you make.
We reimburse you too. Literally slide it in our chat right back.
Hey, Fed Gamer threw in 1 bit. We appreciate the 1 bit.
We appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
They are first. I was this Feed Gamer. It could be Female Gamer. It could be Iron Gamer. I don't know. Point is,
appreciate it.
1 bit.
Yeah.
Haircut.
I like that. I like 1 bit from them.
Exactly.
If Key did that shit, I would find Key.
Yeah, we're gonna go beat him up, even though he's
oh, he would kick up both our asses. Probably
he's
just
too jolly.
He's a very happy man.
He is
jolly. Yeah. Anyway,
so got a little fun,
spicy, if you will.
A little bit.
Little caliente.
A little bit.
Caliente.
I apologize. I didn't mean to trigger you.
No, you didn't trigger me, I mean, you ain't just gonna put me on the internet as an evil black man.
I don't want to do I definitely
I was like, I'm already Tyler Perry's worst nightmare, so I don't need you painting that target on my back.
Oh yeah, both of you are. You're too dark.
Also, Key just donated one, so we have to like him now.
No, because he donated one. It should have been 5, Key.
Cheapskate.
Iron Gamer.
You poor bastard.
Oh, Jenna. She wanted to be on this show.
I love Jenna.
You know Jenna, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And she would have been a great addition. But Jenna, here's the thing.
Been a fantastic
One,
addition.
this fucking computer didn't want to give me audio.
It would have been bad
for 30 minutes. 2, I haven't figured out how to do it right. And 3, I figured, and my sister disagreed with me, but I figured that having a room full of 3 black gentlemen and a Mexican guy speaking on this without any outside influence, without any way that we could be swayed one way or another, in the sense that these are opinions that we carry already, and that if we are going to call upon ourselves to change them, we would do it to each other.
Right.
Because in this, my thing is, I think it's healthy to see that other men can check other men.
We have that's
why. Yeah. And so that's where I disagree with your sister in terms of, I mean,
same.
Case in point, if you need a refresher,
don't you fucking talk about myself?
She's lovely.
She's correct, even though she's wrong. I can say she's wrong.
Respectfully disagree.
No, he said nothing of the sort.
But the way that we like to think about it is, look, I get it. These are once again,
sensitive.
When we're not talking about abortion laws or anything like that, because that's not our place.
Oh, we totally can real quick.
Well, why?
You know why?
We have no right to.
Well, no, we do, because men need to be vocal about supporting women.
Oh, support, absolutely.
Oh, right.
That's what I'm saying. Vocal about that.
I was like, Sammy, no!
What it is, my opinion.
The Samuel name gets fucked up.
Yeah.
No, but
different topic, different show.
Actually, I want to say it real quick. Yeah, guys. Speaking about guys amongst guys. Gentlemen, saying like, oh, I can't speak on abortion rights. You can't speak on a woman's right to choose in terms of like, oh, I get to say that she doesn't get to do whatever she wants. No, you got to be vocal about the support of women's bodies right now, because they're under fucking attack.
Yeah.
They're under 100%. Attack in a way that is so unprecedented that them alone can do it, but with our help is only bolstered, and we need to support our women that way. For the love of God, go to your local election.
Please
vote pro-abortion people.
Look, that's
my thing.
The fundamental thing for me always goes with, if you're a person who believes in allyship, then you gotta rep it.
Hell yeah. Walk it how you talk it.
I mean, outside of me just fundamentally believing, I can't tell a woman what to do with her body.
Right? I can only kindly ask and hope that they say yes.
Yeah, like,
you get what I'm talking about.
Literally, I'll put my abortion opinions out there. It is, you can have an opinion. Always going to be her choice.
Right.
And it's always going to be up to her.
Right.
Boom. There you go.
Like, if
you really, if it were really a situation where it was in a relationship setting, you would hope that both parties have a conversation about it. But at the end of the day, it's her choice regardless.
Yeah. Church, state.
So you got to support. So you got to support. Everybody. Right. But my whole thing is pulling out that opinion aside, pulling out the opinion that you should just support women in general. Mm-hmm. I would hope that if I am able to be vocal towards a group that does not that I am not technically a part of, at any way, shape, or form, that when the time comes, the flip would be the same, right?
Right.
And that's what allyship is built off of.
So it's about.
This comes in regards to a lot of race and things of that nature. But hey, you know what? We need to support women because it's ultimately going to create a healthy environment of support for all things.
Right. And just say it with your chest. Also, fund Planned Parenthood. I've used Planned Parenthood because I don't want to be a parenthood. So just have your opinions, but you got to give them the choice. That's got to be the thing. You can disagree with it. You can not like it.
You just have to give religion.
That's all it is.
But you got to understand. You got to give them the option.
It's insane. They're people. They're their own people.
Right.
We can do whatever the fuck we want to do. So
right.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be a fucking dad. I want them to have the option to be able to do that.
No, we don't either.
Thank you.
It's again a common sense issue, and we need to really
And I want to round
bring common sense back into play.
One last thing. This is with the Supreme Court thing. This is the first time the Supreme Court has taken away rights, and look who it is against.
Who it affects fundamentally,
and if we're
which circles right back into this.
Because to me, I'm like,
for me, Excellent and Blaxcellence as well. Also, lower income minorities are the most affected.
Yes.
most affected.
Right.
And that's the numbers. That's not my feelings. That's the numbers that they're going to be the most. And especially in Texas, they have some of the highest infant mortality / parental mortality rates, and they're the least likely to be insured. Pregnant minority women of low income. So we know the stakes. Please fucking act like you do too. Please support pro-abortion people in your local elections in November.
I don't even want to.
God damn it!
I don't even want to say it like that. Just because people's opinions on abortion vary. Just support in general women having the choice to do whatever the hell they want to
with
do
their own fucking body.
This includes abortion.
Yeah, it's really
but
again.
It's just a fundamental level of
fundamental right-wrong thing.
Sex workers, support them. Fuck it. Yeah, I mean they got a right to do that stuff.
You just caught me off guard because I was like,
I feel like you don't need to lump them all together.
Yeah, like very different.
Yeah, right.
No, but it's
focusing on one thing. But yes, their bodies.
It's all the body.
It's all the same. Yeah.
If I became a whore, nobody would question me.
No one would pay you either. Let's get into this.
Damn.
All right,
we gotta go. God damn, it's late. Come on.
Oh shit, you right. Oh, it's cool. But check it.
Yeah.
Look, so circling it back,
Right.
I know that we got centered around the actual, there was entertainment layers, there was a lot of different contexts out coming aside. But this is where, and I think that it'll bring it back to a bit more alignment.
Yeah.
We're talking about it in the context of the show itself and some of the opinions there. But I do want to pull it back as more of the figure of Kevin Samuel itself and the impact that verbiage can have on those groups of individuals who are impacted, such as the incel community, as you had mentioned, the black women out there, things of that nature.
Right.
And that's where I'll unapologetically agree, because it coalesced to that last clip.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, yeah.
Some disgusting shit.
That's not cool to say in general.
Fix your fuzzy. It's distracting. It's all fucked up. It's going to make you look like a fool.
It didn't distract me. I didn't notice.
Thank you for fixing your fuzzy.
Only person who looks like a fool here is Kevin Samuel.
God damn it. Look at him.
But no. And I wanted to throw it back to you, Tommy. Yeah. But I think that one layer, the verbiage that was being argued before was made so like, hey, you know what? I was coming from the camp of in the sense of, to me, people with no common sense going to a show trying to look for some common sense. They get what they get. People are allowed to come to that show. Don't be mad at the opinions they get.
Is their right to do? Yeah.
Him himself.
Yes.
Yeah. Black women got to real like this is where it's tricky, right? This is where I get like, yo, look. These are more subjective notes of beauty. These are more subjective notes of a lot of different variables. But at the end of the day, you can't go on to any fucking platform and sit there and tell me black women are the opposite of the standard of beauty. Yeah. That's fucking bullshit.
Have you seen Lupita Nyong'o?
Fucking gorgeous.
She's just my favorite. That and Monica Rambeau.
She has an actual name.
I know.
Rihanna Paris is an actual
I know, but I'm a Star Wars idiot.
Okay.
Marvel idiot. I'm sorry. I'm an idiot.
Yeah. But yeah, no, that was my thing. Is
and I'm like, and I didn't want, and that was the delta there, Tommy, where I think we were getting a little caught up. I was like, I don't necessarily, like, at no point did I necessarily disagree with you. I think the argument itself was a little bit different.
Right.
But I want to give you the time to have the platform to say what's your pieces, sir. Go ahead.
It's my issue with a lot of things sometimes, and it's the whole of it all, the cultural standard of it all, what people who aren't us see. Because we're a small, what are we, 16% of this fucking country, something like that. Very small amount. We have, as I'm sure, in the Hispanic community, it's a lot of in-house shit. A lot of shit we get, outside people might not get.
I mean, real quick, we don't even have a fucking, vantage point of where to handle our shit. That's why it's so hard for me and Marcos and JJ to have the Blaxcellence version of this, the Más o Menos episodes, because we don't even have that type of unity amongst the three of us.
Same way with us. I mean,
we don't necessarily have unity.
No,
but we do have a fundamental level of kumbaya.
Well, that's the thing, right?
I mean, Tommy's wrong, but he's black, so I gotta support.
That's the thing,
right? Right. But that is an element that y'all have, and it comes from a history taken away, quite frankly.
Yeah, we got.
Right. That's the succinct version of it, right? You have that, at least in this country, if you're African American, not and can't trace your lineage back. You have that, so you can go off. You said skin color, right? You look at your brother and you see a brother and he's your brother because that's just the way it is.
The nod.
Yep.
It's a nod.
Right.
The Shining, if you would.
Michaela even called it out one time. She was like, "How come, y'all? What just happened?" I was like, "She's like, because it happened so much to where she was like, does this just with everybody?" I was like, "Yeah, I mean, I have to give him grace." As he walks in, like, I'm like, "Oh yeah, what's up, dog?"
I respect
it's like the Obama clip where he's walking in the locker room and he sees Kevin Durant. He's like, "Oh, what's up?" But he shakes everybody else's hand.
Yeah.
Like,
they made a whole Key and Peele sketch out of that one. But yeah, no, it's man, I'm all about representing us the way we should be represented, and black women especially should be represented in a much more positive light than this bitch did. And yeah, I'll call him a bitch. I'll call a lot of dead people. I'll call Hitler a bitch. He's dead. Same difference. So like, yeah, it doesn't matter. He's fucking wrong, and that shit is fucking disgusting to do. Like, what did his mother do to him? You know, if anything, what made him this way? Because he hates black women. That's fucking obvious. Why? No, man, you don't go to those fucking lengths. If you don't, you wouldn't do some shit like that. I want to hear your opinion, Joy. I'm sorry, we've been taking it away from you, man.
This is where, this is. Can I join that side over there? Because I don't agree with that one.
It's gonna get hot.
No, continue. I was going. I'm.
You mulling it? Okay.
Like I said at the beginning of the show, we all tread lightly here. Tread lightly.
But no, I mean, Tommy, you mind if I?
Go right ahead.
So check it, right? Like, I think and this is where it gets from out of the context of the entertainment variable, right? Because to me, so you want to know how you get a pass for me for really tripping up on any demographic? You hit them all. Like that's
fair.
I am a person, so I do plain and simple.
At that point, you just hate people.
Yeah, I love. So the type of shit that makes me laugh is the shit that, quite frankly, just like, you know what? I'm gonna say whatever I want about anybody, but you gonna hit everybody, right? That way, it's like cool. I'm gonna hit every demographic. I'm gonna talk about black, white, in between, Hispanic, top down, whatever. And you're not, you're not doing it like to the hey, you know what? You as a fucking culture are ugly.
Yeah.
No.
No one should.
You do it from the sense of like, yo, talk about some typical stereotype, like shit like that. Yeah. That is like,
talk about why that's the perception, how it was beaten into generations of people, not and Mexican, Latino included, that light skin is the standard of beauty. How about you talk about that? Why that's the case? Why people feel that way? Why that's the standard?
Well, there's people who can do that, and there's people who I wouldn't want doing that, but can still provide entertainment value.
Well, look,
I don't need look straight up, like. I know in a perfect world, everybody would be speaking out, but not everybody's put together enough to where I'd want them speaking out.
Yeah,
and that's
I'm
fair.
not going to listen to everybody.
But at the same time, by not speaking out, or at least not having a basic knowledge of it, it allows it to perpetuate, and that's my biggest issue.
No, I'm not saying you like once again, this comes from the fundamental thing of I get it. Like there are some. Like, I don't need every black man speaking for me because, quite frankly, they might put me into a position.
I don't.
I'm
like
good,
this cat might put you in a position.
Like Kevin Samuel, like if this is what somebody sees and it's like black men are like this, then I'm like, fuck.
I don't need that.
I don't need that. Yeah. But at the end of the day, I'm also like somebody who's like, you know what? If you're going to hit on people,
right?
Like, do it in a actually humorous way, and then do it on everybody.
Yeah, humor's a great way to do it. That's like the thing when you were saying with someone who hits everybody, if a comedian does that in a clever way, it can be effective. But the thing what you just said, like, I don't want people thinking I'm like this motherfucker.
Hell no.
Just like, but what he's putting out is every black woman's like this, so they're unattractive.
And real quick,
this is coming from a black man.
Just as my nugget as well.
Okay.
I also don't like that he's using it. He's not addressing it to perpetuate this narrative that he's building for himself and cultivating his culture and his community like that. I hate that because he knows he's leveraging that history and he's leaning into it and he's perpetuating it because
he's selling out.
It makes him money. But it makes him money.
Yeah.
Right.
And I'm like, yo,
that's despicable to me.
Oh, I absolutely agree.
And that's where that delta comes in, right? Where I was like, yeah, before him. The first half of the show was me just being like, y'all ain't gonna sit here and ignore the fact that these people called in actively. Right. It was their choice. That's where I'm like, look, there are people who do not have or a reliable source of information, and that is what they're going to do, and I'm not going to tell them they can't.
Right.
And I don't, and because the moment you tell them you can't, you're fucking up with some fucking.
No.
But
That was never my issue. Yeah. My issue is the bigger.
His presentation.
Yeah. My issue is
what he perpetuates.
Right.
Oh yeah, we
that
have the same page. Because I'm like, yeah, look, check it. Like you really can't go onto a platform of 1 million and start to set that as a standard without at least doing some recent, right? At any point in time in any one of these clips or at the end of every show, you could be like, not everybody's like this, but in this context here, it's all about the vernacular, the presentation, the way that you communicate.
I don't know how you can make that shit.
You can't, but I'm just, you know what, honestly, I don't.
Because that's not even remotely true. So
I don't ever,
let
me actually rephrase that. I don't ever believe that there is no one out there who can present something in a more digestible way.
Oh, you can fucking put lipstick on a pig.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
put icing on shit.
Do I fundamentally support or agree with those values and they should be out there? No, because you know what's going to happen? And it's a double-edged sword in both ends, right? Because I'm like, cool. You might get the girl, younger lady, younger woman, younger man who listens to this and is like, maybe that's the perspective I should be looking at this from. Mm-hmm. And on the inverse, you might have the other one that's like, damn, is this how men view these black women?
Which is already a problem.
Right.
And that's the tricky part, because we can't assume that the people, as shitty as this is to say, I'm going to say it, you can't assume that the people, the type of individuals who call into this, would understand the nuances of those different variables that come into consideration.
That's why I do not put anything on those people. That's why I'm looking way past. It's the motherfucker exploiting those people for his own agenda is my issue.
But I can't in good faith sit there and not put anything on those people, because I'm like, look, you know,
just not know any better.
Tommy.
It's naive people. Oh, it was motherfuckers in Dallas waiting on JFK to come back, TJ. Like, you don't. Tommy, you know what I mean?
Like, Tommy, I know people. I know. This one touches the soul, right? I know people who don't know better, right?
Yeah, we all do.
You're saying,
but at the end,
go ahead, Jordan.
No, it's just saying that you're alleviating responsibility from the people that's calling the show. But that's what it sounds like you're doing. Because I'm not going to say
not fully, but in a way.
But it just sounds like that fully, though. Because what you're pulling off, saying that I'm not blaming them, I'm blaming him because he has a little bit more common sense than they do. Right?
A lot more.
Right.
Yeah.
But that's for us outside looking in, right? Specifically. Right. We can only go by specifically the information that they provide us with. So we can't just say, oh, automatically they don't have no common sense. We can't do that. That's too hard.
That's unfair for me.
That's unfair for you.
Right.
Specifically, we can only go by what the information is given to us. To me, specifically in this case here, we're giving anecdotal evidence or information in regards to our mothers would never do that. Our mothers are strong women, right? And I'm not going to touch the subject. I'm sorry. I'm not going to do that. But I'm not going to go there specifically because the women that are representing on this show don't sound like the women back in the day. Right, specifically. And he's giving them information that our mothers were given probably back in the day. More so, probably so. I don't know. 50-50, 60-40. I don't know.
Yeah.
So for me specifically is that I can't alleviate responsibility from them. They're much as responsible as he is too as well. It's 50-50. It goes hand in hand.
I mean, look, think about it from I'll put it out there. Okay. Think about it from a political and or religious perspective.
All right.
From the religion perspective, people who don't fuck with religion, they don't fuck from the church to the followers.
True.
The congregation.
And you blame both sides.
Yeah, you can.
You do. Because you're like, why do you fall into that? Trust me, as a religion, I get it.
Right.
I can see it from both angles, right? You fall into that. And that's and from a political perspective, right? I don't just blame the fucking politician.
Right.
Ignorant.
The people who vote for him.
Yeah, I blame for the people who vote for him too, because I'm like, yo, you have the choice and access of if you can call into the show, you have access to knowledge regardless.
But if you don't agree in what he's saying specifically, it's the supply and demand. If you don't agree with what he's saying, don't watch the shit. Don't call in at all specifically.
True.
That way you lower the
and then
viewership.
It'll be
droughted
I feel
out.
like all these people watch religiously probably that call in.
They probably do.
Yeah.
But at the same time, specifically, you talk about representation. If you don't like how you are being represented by this black man, unfortunately, when we have strong black men that come on shows, that's not entertainment value. You saying the Maury Povich get the entertainment value? He's doing exactly the same exact thing. And you want to talk about representation? Put a strong black man that's going to present more different than that.
How many times has people insinuated that all African Americans do things that come from the songs that they listen to on the fucking radio and the things I'm saying, like, look, I get it.
It's the whole.
A big example was Will Smith and how they fucking represent with that specifically. All black men are violent and shit. That's a pure example of that specifically.
I feel the same way about that. I feel the same way about all of them.
For a fact, I've been in a situation where someone did from the fundamental level more than once. But the worst one was from a fundamental level, looked at me and only could identify the fact and the shit that he heard about black pen. That's it.
Yeah.
Because I happen to be bigger and blacker than most. So I get it. I get it from that fundamental level, but I'm not going to put the blame and sit there and say, hey, wherever you heard that, that's where the problem, not you. Fuck that bullshit.
But also, what the fuck are you going to do with those people? You can't do anything with them, right? Can't. Except ignore them. That's all you can do. Right. Not give them a fucking platform. Right. That's all you can do. He gave them the biggest fucking platform. That is my problem, because good people don't do that shit. Fucking snake oil salesmen, shysters do that shit.
But from your perspective, good people don't do that. We don't know about these people here specifically.
Oh, no, I'm not talking about them, though, Joe. I'm talking about that motherfucker.
But I'm just saying, look.
I get what you're saying.
I'm not saying it's not on him.
He is right. There is a section I'm separating the two issues. Right. There is a section where, these motherfuckers, you need to be educated before you do shit like. I get that. That is a separate issue than this grander issue. That is our more issue of, come on, man. Like, you calling this motherfucker? That's us. I'm talking about the grand scale of this fucking country. That's what I'm talking about. True. And now the fact that we don't need shit like this.
No, we don't.
We don't need shit like this.
That's where I agree with you.
I don't care about these other dumb motherfuckers calling in. They're dumb. But they don't have common sense, a lot of them. And I'm sorry.
Yes, Tommy.
Education and smarts is an issue.
I wish that we could focus on what's actually truly out there.
It's so many more important.
And we can have the expectation that individuals individuals are not ignorant.
Right.
I wish I could be on that wave and tell you that people, you know what? Everyone got a little common sense to get them there. And not everybody was taught to have, common sense is taught. You're not born with it. Fun fact.
But life can teach it as well.
Life can teach you as well, right? But, and I'm not saying, and once again, for the fundamental level, because I do want to harp on the fact, I don't agree with the Negro. I don't.
I think we're all kind of on the same page. That the shit he said was a little much.
No, not a little much. It was a lot of much.
That's what I'm saying.
On that last one, it was a lot
it's of much. It's a lot of much. That is disgusting.
And that is, and you can't put that out there.
Terrible,
and him creating that platform.
Fucking narrative to have.
Him creating that platform where you highlight ignorance is the same reason why I don't fuck with Tyler Perry for the same shit.
You know how I feel.
And I get that.
But can we?
And I agree with you.
But can we take a step back specifically in regards to the Tyler Perry and this dude here specifically? Yeah. They're only going off of what they've experienced, right? Specifically. So I can't fault them for too much in regards to the opinions that they provide, because this is based off experience. And he does go in statistics. I do hear them do that. But at the same time, specifically with this whole situation, look, all I can say is, it's exploiting the ignorance that we have in our community. I completely agree specifically. But we have to understand this. It's what sells in America.
Oh, yeah. No.
You wonder why reality TV, a lot of reality TV is mainly women? It sells, right? Specifically. We wonder why this shit like this actually sells, because people like that type of entertainment. That's what fucking sells. Unfortunately, we can't have stand-up people like us three and think there's going to be a big...
In the black community.
Wait. I'm just saying, on our platform, we can hope to have that much viewership that he does. But because we are more stand-up and comedy, I think so specifically, and even though we're entertainment, I think specifically that type of ignorance sells more specifically. We have a lot more sense than that.
Oh,
I got something to say to that.
Sure. Okay.
Because I intentionally invented the Mexcellence to not be what everyone sees from the Mexican stereotype community. There's a reason why I don't... TJ, you laughed at every time I do the voice. I don't talk like this all the time, all right? I don't do this, and I don't talk about eating tacos all the time. I don't do that shit.
It's not funny at all.
TJ loves it. I don't talk about gangbanging, right? Shut up.
Good guy.
Hey, vato, it's not funny, man. You know, I don't talk like that. I don't fucking shit, dog.
Right.
It's so extra. That's why it's so funny.
So extra.
But the idea is that I invented this with the intention of that. And you know what? I've seen people who do that flourish past me, do laps around me, making monies, getting deals. Fucking a guy I argued with on the internet, fucking Chingo Bling. That guy makes buku bucks. But that motherfucker believes in fucking border walls and shit like that. I can't do that, and that's my responsibility for the creation I make. And you're saying that not everybody can do that, but God damn it,
you can though.
1.5 million people.
But you can.
And right, that's what I'm saying. But he didn't have the sense to think, I can change, I can leverage this to something that could probably fucking help.
I'm not saying. Well,
And I don't think that in the greater narrative, to Tommy's point, it helps. And if it doesn't help, it hurts. And if it hurts at that big of a spectrum to the point where so many people were hurt that they were wishing death on the guy. With the clips I saw, I can't make that distinction. But God damn it, that means that it was hurting a lot of people at the value of his wallet. And that alone as a creator, I cannot empathize with that.
You're just morally corrupt.
Because I want money. I want to be successful. I desperately want it. But not enough to sell my soul.
Your people.
Or my people to do that.
Right.
I would never.
And that's my point. That's all I care about.
And I think that's the narrative that I like. I mean, I've been on your page for a minute now, Tommy. Plain and simple.
Yeah, I know.
You already know. Like, I'm all about boosting the African American community as best as we can.
We all are.
Right?
We all are. Every last one of us. Yeah. That's why we're here.
Except Marcos. That's why he's not here.
He says slurs all the time.
He
fought for everyone's freedom. It's okay.
He actually fought
really
for
did.
He fought for all of our freedoms. So it's fine.
But you know, I come from like and here's the problem, right?
Yeah.
I try my best to view this world in a realistic and idealistic sense in different instances. Idealistically, yes, I would love if all creators could have the same head that we have on our shoulders. It's their choice whether or not they do.
That's true.
And with that said, right, you know what? There's going to be Kevin Samuels out there.
Yes. There's already Kevin Samuels out there.
There's already Kevin. There's worse.
Somebody's going to try to fill that void for sure.
There's people who do worse to the African American community on a regular basis than Kevin Samuels.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And I'm going to sit there and I'm going to tell you, Kevin Samuels, full of bullshit for all the things that he perpetuates in our community. But from a fundamental level, like you had mentioned, why do we even have a baseline of like? It goes into like some of those nuanced in layers, right? Where like, yeah, I don't love stereotypical jokes on African American things,
right?
But at the end of the day, like, I'm a hypocrite. I'm a hypocrite on some points because I'll tell you the first time I laugh at CPT. I laugh at black jokes. I am the first person I laugh at black shit all the time.
Oh yeah, no, we should because it speaks to us.
Yeah. Experience. Yeah.
So when it comes into the experience notion, right? Those groups, those groups that we try and separate are just as much a part of us and as influenced and as inflexed.
They're ingrained.
Right. And they're going to seek out entertainment in the ways that supports the ways that they want to envision and view. And so, yeah, I don't fuck with Kevin Samuel one bit. I don't agree with shit he says. I think that even if there is truth, which, to be honest, in a few of those first clips, I'm like, yeah, there's truth to what you say. I think your presentation and your communication in that fact is wrong.
Yeah, those early clips aren't a good indicator.
Are not a good indicator.
Not at all.
But at the end of the day, right?
Yeah.
I mean, from a fundamental perspective, yes, Sammy, people are hurt enough to wish death upon this person from those education variables and all that energy that they're wishing death upon people should be converted into actually trying to fight the ignorant groups and communities that they're sitting there and saying, you know what, fuck Kevin Samuel. Well, then how about you say, let's actually
do something.
Here's my
do something about our community.
Elevate a voice that would be to the benefit of
But we don't do that.
It goes back to supply and demand. It goes back to that specific. But I will say this, not even wishing upon death, and I don't know if you guys have ever experienced this before. I've experienced it before specifically where I saw some of the comments and I saw some videos, rebuttal videos in response to Kevin Samuels, but they weren't really rebuttals. They were just basically, is there a thing where, I don't know if black women tend to do this or majority of black women to do this, where they will say, oh, he don't like black women. He must be gay. Is that like a stereotypical thing specifically?
I'm not saying
he's asking a legit question if he's heard that as a thread.
Because
it seems like when when we touch a nerve with some women, they tend to go to questioning the sexuality of the black man, to me. And they did that with Kevin Samuel, but it's not just Kevin Samuel they did this. They did this with other black men as well, too, that made comments about women in general, or women in the black community specifically.
But see, that goes into different toxicity layers of the African-American community.
Yeah, I'm just saying, that's what they did with him.
I haven't seen it, though.
Personally, no, but that's what they did with Kevin Samuel.
Right.
I've heard that no, might as well talk about it since we're here.
Yeah.
That is it's a thing that some black women may say. Yeah. Again, that's probably the black women that would call in for this motherfucker's advice in the first place. That's that. Right. That's the one I'm talking about. To where it's just the fact of like that's ignorance. It's ignorance.
Right, but it goes to my point specifically in regards to.
But
what
I don't
we're saying
believe
is we should rebuttal
the majority
with,
believe anything like that.
Right, but I'm just saying it goes to what I'm saying specifically in regards to, or what you guys are saying about elevating other voices that are more reasonable than he is specifically. Mm-hmm. How do you do that when you have specifically the women saying, "Oh, we question his sexuality"? That's the only thing we can rebut to what he's actually saying.
That's just somebody that's not very bright.
Right, but I'm saying that there are women that are actually doing that the comment section for this dude here specifically, along with wishing the guy death as well too.
Well, if you're doing either one of those things, then that's.
I read that comment. I don't know if I've ever heard. I mean, hey, I might be wrong. I don't know if I've ever heard like dudes say a lot of tear down shit. They usually just go for the jugular.
Well, this is Jenna. This isn't just women. Men do this as well. Using gay as a slur is something that folks do.
I hear majority with women and then I do with men.
Problem with the culture.
I would say that
that's a cultural
amongst both cultures.
Problem.
Not speaking for y'all, but yeah, that's an easy one. Just call someone gay and say everything that's wrong with them is because they're gay. Yeah.
No, but
it's awful.
That's why I was saying I don't know if the inverse does the inverse happen like
for Mexicans.
No, I meant for
men saying the same thing. Yeah.
Usually they just go for the jugular.
Oh,
right.
no,
like degradation.
Well,
right?
men will go degradation.
They'll try to tear down self-esteem.
Because I'm like, but the gay note is like the inverse to me. At least that's what I think.
No, but then they can say, pardon my French, but like the DYK, oh, she don't like me because she's a this. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that exists. I've seen that. Where it's like, oh, she likes girls. She's a I don't want to say the word.
No, I totally get that. Yeah, I just meant from the sense of like usually
men are pieces of shit, and they'll just be. They can do that or get violent.
People are just people.
People are just.
We're different breed.
No, but
we are. We are.
Don't put a we.
No, but
men.
But if
men, not us, but men in general of all races
didn't support that violence in relationships and couples happened upon women more from men to them versus the inverse, then there's something to state. But generally speaking, men who get declined, all that stuff, are more likely to commit violence
do some shit.
as opposed to just saying hurtful words.
I mean, fucking look up the statistics of sexual assault, men versus women. That alone.
That's the thing.
Right.
Look, society. And the thing is, the issue right now, men, women. And we talked about it before the show. Of women can go ahead and say whatever. Yeah, they can say they hate us and let them vent, let them get it out because they kind of should. Statistically, they should. In a way, and they obviously don't. A lot of them because they are with
only
men.
Discrepancy. I don't want to touch this with a 10-foot pole. Fuck it.
Just go.
Okay,
go.
Check it. The only discrepancy there is that that does disincentivize the voices of some men who do come out with sexual assault, and not just from men to women, from men to men groups, a lot of different groups like that. And that's the only reason why I say statistically, there's a lot of nuances that come with that, even if that's correct. Right. And that's why I'm like, I agree with you.
No,
I'm
just
saying there's
specific group. I'm talking men as a whole.
I think we're saying it on behalf of the statistic man to woman, but the fact that men are underreported and those types of
not even underreported from like the man to woman perspective, more so from that other like a lot of other angles as well.
That's many angles.
There's other angles that we are leaving out of this conversation because it's not a part of the conversation.
Okay, but that's the clarity. Okay,
that apply to the narrative overall.
Right.
Thank you. I just didn't want that to go because it would make it sound like we're just like.
All I was gonna say is it's an imbalance.
It's an imbalance.
Society, there's an imbalance.
But I put. Because we could talk about the imbalance conversation a lot.
Episode 4.
No, hell no. We go back to lighthearted shit.
We solve it in an hour and a half's time.
But to go to that, right?
Yeah.
Dude, yes.
Yeah.
Like, man, like, okay, I can. Speaking for guys, I'll roast a couple. Not like with names, right? But like, man, I was kicking it back with a couple of my homegirls last weekend. It was one of me, 3 of them, and
big smile on your face. Kidding.
have a girlfriend. I'm good. But we were out there and they were like, "Oh, let's talk about our worst date stories." Right?
Yeah, I wouldn't want to play that game with three women, man.
I had the worst one. Fun fact, but yeah, I did. They were like, "The hell did you go through?" But listening to them, it wasn't like I was sitting there. I was like, "Man, I'm just surprised that you were in a situation to where some human being thought this was okay."
Right.
Like, a lot of the stories are about dudes, and I said, really? Huh? Like, I mean, I've heard it before. Don't get it twisted. But I was in there, I was like, it was just a nice refresher to be like, damn, there really are some idiots out there, like, who really, like, you know, who be out there. So don't get it twisted. Yeah. It's a very noticeable, very real thing, and those voices need to be.
I love to say, gentlemen, the bar is on the floor.
I mean, I think the bar is on the floor for people, to be honest.
No, I think the bar is on the floor for people that gives more spotlight, that gives more attention specifically. I think that's the reason why the bar is on the floor in this case here. But again,
it's only two of us really. You know, it's more than two, but you get it. The vast majority of men, women,
I guess I
share the earth.
I won't, if we're talking, pulling it back to the topic itself, right? You know, at the end of the day, I want to make sure that, like, you know, things like this, and yeah, I don't want to, like, if you notice, I've kind of left him out a lot in that first half. And I agree. I told you right out the gate, I agreed with you. It's because it goes back to that notion where I mentioned we perpetuate that negative. We perpetuate the negative platforms all the time, but no one gives me an avenue of actual boosting, an avenue of respectable conversation. None of that.
Don't see it.
But they'll wish death.
You know where they can see it?
Max,
right here.
The Blaxcellence Podcast.
It's right here. Yeah,
Blaxcellence Podcast.
Just saying. I don't know. I think we're at time.
Yeah, we are.
Jordan, any final thoughts on this? I'm gonna pass it to you first.
Honestly, it's just more so the death aspect of it. He has an opinion. Everyone has an opinion. I really don't care about that aspect of it. It's more so, are we that more of a hateful society to where we have to wish death upon somebody because of an opinion, right?
Shitty or not.
Yeah, I don't agree. Right?
Really,
there's things that I do agree with Kevin Samuels on. There's things that I don't agree with Kevin Samuels on specifically. And the delivery to me is not always an issue because I want somebody to be blunt to me specifically. Just because I am a man, I want somebody, just because I am me, I like it to be delivered to me just raw. I don't care. But again, we can't live in a society to where if we don't agree with somebody, that we just say our next response will be is to wish someone's death. Let's rebuttal with actual facts to counter that specifically and booster someone that can actually counter that specifically. That's all I'm asking for.
Yeah, I wish there was a swarm of people.
Nigga, I ain't finished.
We had to have one.
Boost him up by shut the fuck up.
No, you go. You go. I'm just kidding.
I was agreeing with you because I really wish from all of this, the text line would have been, Kevin Samuels, the shitty dude. You should probably listen to these opinions.
Much more educated.
Wish his family, pray for his family.
Right.
Boom, damn, ding, done.
Move on.
Yeah, that's my.
I just wanted Jordan to read that
subtly. You see, you took it off.
Jordan, thank you for bringing your perspective to the show.
I told you we have all of them here.
We have all of them here.
Okay, great.
And
I'm most correct.
Okay. All right. Well, here's my final thoughts on this. He's just a fucking guy, a YouTuber. Do not let him upset. He's gone. He can't. Those shitty opinions are done because he himself aren't. The shitty opinions are not done because someone's going to try to fill the void.
They already did.
Do not let people like that affect you. Bolster those who oppose that.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you do. Make them popular. Listen to them. Because the more you do that, the more that can counteract the next Kevin Samuels. Because, yeah, his opinion's fucking trash. It was. Should he have wished death upon the man? No, you shouldn't do that fucking period. Get back to your moral fucking compass, people. I know we've been through a lot, and a lot has chipped away, obviously, to where people are wishing death on people. Right. Like, don't do that shit.
Can I just throw that out here?
Yes.
At the end of the day, opinions equal subjectivity.
Yeah. You can debate.
You can
opinions.
agree with it. You can not agree with it specifically. I think that's just the general idea of what. Well, I'm trying to say, and I think Tommy's trying to say as well too, and TJ as well too. I think we're all saying that specifically is that it's just subjective. Whether we agree with it or not, it's subjective at the end of the day. So we can't say don't listen to it. I mean,
of anyone that you know, the Joe Rogans, the Tucker Carlsons, boast the people who can oppose them.
Mm-hmm. And you know what? I think what's not subjective and what we all agree on is, man, please.
Wash your ass.
No, yes.
Wash your
Yeah,
ass.
I do
brush
need a
your
shower.
teeth, wipe
But
your
no,
feet.
I will
please,
not give you that discussion
black
because your
women,
ass should do
we
that
love
already.
you. Like, go support a black woman out there. Go do it. Hardest work. Like,
Love,
go support
love, love.
black people. Go support minorities. Go
grab my
support
hat.
people
Tommy the Great
who
hat
need to
right
go
there.
support people.
A lot of black women have businesses. Go support
And I
those.
bet, and you know what the
Support
best part
those
about this is?
fucking
I
things.
bet there is a black woman out there who is the exact opposite of this that should be having the name spinning around this circle
Yes.
right now. So let's boost her up. Let's boost those
her.
ones up.
Boost your mom.
That
She's
would be
great.
dope.
Yeah.
You know, what you say for every Cameron Samuel comment, you comment under that with a black woman YouTuber and or content creator who's
Exactly.
only boosting
You
up
can
the
put
community.
that link in that
Boom.
comment.
You
You
can
know what I
put
mean?
the link there.
And
Be active.
Oprah.
and the link to the Blaxcellence Podcast. Well, my biggest takeaway from this is that I should sell out my culture and my people.
Yes.
So,
Dear God.
welcome back to the Mexcellence. Be sure to come back to the Mexcellence anytime you can, as many times as
I
you
can't
can.
co-sign this.
I can't. I want no
just
part of
fucking
this.
kidding, guys. Jordan was already leaving.
So
He
was I.
already
Yeah.
leaving.
Was out the door.
No, my final thoughts is, go support your people, love your people, and please take care of yourselves out there. It's a fucking tough world. Protect your heart, protect your soul, and protect the people around you. This has been the Blaxcellence Podcast. A lot of you stuck around to watch this episode. Thank you so much. This was a more serious one, and you all hung through it really well. I think we all were able to get our points across.
Yeah.
And be sure to stick around for the Mexcellence in general. We have shows Tuesdays and Thursdays every week, and we have some other special shows that come up. Please stick around and watch us. Love us, like us, subscribe, do all the things. We want to see more of you. This was great engagement in the chat. We loved having you here. So please come to all of our shows and support, donate, do what you can. I know pennies a pinch and times are tough, but every little bit goes a long way, even if it is supporting Manscaped for yourself or donating, do all that
No,
stuff.
I was about to say, because I gotta close this out.
Yeah.
I know, but I was
Yeah.
doing my thing because I enjoyed
That's what I was
this,
thinking you were
this many
doing.
people here, and it made the show that much better.
I was trying to get my breath out. But sorry. All right, people. We appreciate your time. We appreciate everything you bring to the table. And if you need any more ebony excellence, you can always come see us anytime, anywhere.
We're here.
And if you're not able to catch us live, then we got recordings. We got 2 other shows that are a lot more lighthearted. We appreciate you. We appreciate everybody who took a step. And there's nothing more than we rep than Blaxcellence. So check us out on the Blaxcellence Podcast.